Hi, welcome to the channel. It's great to have you guys here. Hope you guys have been having a wonderful day. In today's video, we're going to be talking about something that I'm not too happy about with Dokkan. This is not targeted at global. This is actually targeted as a whole on how they've been doing certain events, certain missions, right? You guys get what I'm saying? And I just wanted to kind of make a video highlighting just this fact and how I'm not a big fan of it. And I just want to see like your thoughts and opinions as well. So definitely let me know if you guys are completely fine with it. It's fine. But if you're not, let me know as well. I definitely want to know your thoughts and opinions on this matter. I didn't do a community post because like, hey, you know what? I'll just go ahead and make a video talking about it and just leave it up to you guys to comment whatever you guys are feeling on it. But basically, my big thing here is that I'm not a big fan of how they've been doing categories. So what that means, it's one, I already don't like that there's 70 categories in the game. And two, what they've been doing with new categories is that they're making new small categories, and they are making those categories and they're locking them behind content now. That is the issue that I'm currently having with the game, and they've been doing it pretty often, especially with Chain Battle, for example, right? Chain Battle is like the biggest thing for that. So for example, Space Traveling Warriors literally just comes out, Chain Battle. Corroded Body and Mind, Chain Battle. Power of Revival, Chain Battle. That, you guys get what I'm saying? It's like, Planetary Destruction, a Chain Battle. GT Heroes, Chain Battle. I'm not a big fan of that, right? I don't think it's necessarily the greatest thing in the world to making, like, these categories aren't bad, but they're making these categories for content purposes. That's how I view it as. Like Power of Revival, let's be honest, we didn't need this category. You're not going to be rocking this category, guys. I'll be honest, you won't be rocking it. But if you want to help out your friends, you need to have a Power of Revival for that Jiren Chain Battle during the 6th year anniversary, which most people will have it just fine, because obviously everybody's going to be summoning for Vegeta. But for example, like Broly's banner was hot garbage. Like, it sucked, right? For saying it was as bad. But then they locked a new category behind that. So like, your kind of incentive is to summon, which I get it. They are trying to get people to summon on more banners, and for more banners that people typically skip, because if you want to help out your friends list, you need these units, right? That's just ultimately what it is. They need you to get these units on those friends lists. We look for friends that have these leaders and stuff like that. Well, not leaders, but these units in their boxes, so you could do well in Chain Battle, right? So looking not only at Chain Battle here, you also have the legendary Goku event GT missions now. So this is a little thing that I'm not a big fan of as well. A lot of these categories are very small. Obviously a lot of these are very new. But I do want to say this, so these missions are a bit different than my issue with Chain Battle, because Chain Battle is pretty obvious that they're literally making these categories to literally throw it at a Chain Battle, right? Pretty much that's what it is to me. But these missions right here are a little bit different of an indication to me. So hear me out. What I think these missions are more about, it's that these categories are eventually going to be getting buffed in the future. That is my understanding. There's going to be some buffs coming to these categories from the missions. So I do think that these missions are a bit different than the Chain Battle stuff. So my big issue is how they do the new categories, because they're throwing so many freaking categories into the game, but they don't really go back to buff them. This GT mission, I feel like it is hinting at some point in the year these categories will get buffed. For example, Reps of Universe 7 got heavily buffed just like, what, 2 months ago? Giant Ape Power, literally with the Easy A's and the new Goku and Vegeta, Giant Ape Power just got gigantic buffs as well. So those are two categories that just got huge buffs this year. Space Traveling Warriors doesn't really need it. It's a good category. My biggest complaint with it, it's that Bojack just literally came out a couple months back, and he hasn't come back on global yet. He did come back on JP, so that might be why. But at the same time, they could have picked a different category, in my opinion. If they, they could have definitely done something like that. But Connected Hopes, Corroded Body and Mind are definitely the two worst ones, right? These are the ones that people are having the most difficulties with, 100%. But this, funny enough, take a look at it. What unit do they got here? Right now, there's a new sprite for Baby in Dokkan for the new Chain Battle. And then a lot of the, our boys like Luca, Air, Cody, they're all kind of saying, hey, might be getting a new Baby. So we might be getting a new Baby that could heavily buff this category. We don't know how good he could be. We don't know if he's a support. We have no idea, right? But Corroded Body and Mind, Baby could definitely buff up this category. That's just an example. Connected Hopes will continuously get buffed with each new, with not each new Gogeta, but another Super Gogeta, which eventually I think we will get. And obviously, I feel like we'll get another Go Tanks in the game, but I feel like Connected Hopes could also get buffed up this year. So, you know, there's a difference between the missions and Chain Battle. So the missions, I feel like they're doing a better job at that, right? So at the same time, I don't mind it so much for this, but for Chain Battle, I do. Like, my biggest issue is the Chain Battle concept of it. I feel like it's more of an issue with Chain Battle because nobody wants to summon on all of these units. A lot of people don't want to summon on these characters. Chain Battle sucks, but they're really trying to get more people to summon on certain things for a mode that people, I get it, people already hate Chain Battle, but to the average person who doesn't watch YouTube, who doesn't keep up with the community, who just plays the game, they're seeing like, oh, a new Chain Battle is coming up. I need to get this new character to ensure that my friends list is going to be fine. I don't like that too much. I don't like that concept. There's 70 categories in the game. I don't believe they need to do this for Chain Battle. And if you guys didn't know, I actually quit Chain Battle. I don't do Chain Battle no more. I stopped. Just letting you guys know that I don't do Chain Battle. Period. I have not touched it. Okay, I don't. I have no interest in doing it. So, but that's like my biggest complaint about it, right? For the most part, that's it. And it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that bad before. You know, when we started, it was Hybrid Saiyan, siblings bond and Kamehameha. You know, here was the first time with Kefla, right? You know, they had Rapid Growth, Universal Survival, Universe 6, and then, you know, it started, you know, Universe 11 and Special Pose, and then it turned into, this was fine. You know, obviously the blue one was okay. This one was okay-ish, not really. I mean, it was terrible, but it was, you know, not the biggest, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. Space Traveling Warriors, again, I feel like it started changing up around, where did it really start becoming? Around Gogeta. It's like Gogeta come out, giant power. You know, Bojack came out, you know, you had Space Traveling Warriors. You know, Corroded Body and Mind is right there. Funny enough, you had Power of Revival, Planetary Destruction, GT Heroes. So I don't think this is my opinion on how they could change this. They should wait till the unit comes back at least once to do a Chain Battle on their category. So that way it gives people time and Dokkan a time to make more units and give people, you know, more time to get said units. Like, I don't have Bojack, I don't have Pycon, I don't have Janemba. So how the hell am I going to help? Why am I going to do Chain Battle and just kind of abuse everyone else? I don't feel right doing that personally. If you're free to play, it's fine. But for me, who's, you know, I've spent money on the game and I put a lot of pride in spending money on the game, I feel kind of bad doing that. So I don't like doing that. And I don't think we should be punished to hurt our friends list when there's a million other categories that they could use for Chain Battle. I feel like it's just a false way of getting people to spend money on banners versus organically getting people to spend money on banners. Because again, I feel like most people would try summoning on every single unit more often than not when their friends list is, you know, when you're not being able to kind of support your boys in the Chain Battle, right? So that's just my opinion. I'm not a big fan of it personally. I feel like it could definitely be worked around or just a bit better in general. But again, boys, that's pretty much my opinion on the matter. You guys can definitely disagree if you want to, which is fine, but I feel like they should rework this stuff. You know, the missions, the GT missions don't bother me as much as they did at the previous, because again, I see a trend. They buffed up two of the categories already gotten drastically buffed. So I'm sure we'll see Corroded and Connected Hopes get more buffed up this year. You know, with Gogeta, obviously we'll probably get a new Super Saiyan Gogeta. Corroded will probably get a new LR Baby that could definitely, you know, push up the category in a big way. So I do think that there's going to be a pretty decent possibility of seeing that happen, you know. But that's pretty much it from me, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for the support. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care and smell you later. Bye.